Hello and welcome to your daily crypto news. So before we go any further, make sure you are a subscriber to our channel. Starting on Sunday, we are going to have a new contest. We're going to be doing a $500 Bitcoin giveaway. You're going to have to be a subscriber to be part of that. So look out for the details on that coming on our first video on Sunday. So go ahead, do yourself a favor, hit the subscribe button, also click the bell for post notifications, and smash the like button for us. So let's jump right into it today. The markets, we have now gone under $6,000 for Bitcoin. We talked about it last night on our video. Kind of put this theory to the test of that the miners are keeping it from going below 6,000 since they hold a lot in Bitcoin and possibly could move the market slightly. And it seems like maybe that's not the case. The low was about 58.36 that came in, and ever since then, it's been hovering in between about 58.50 and 59.50. So I don't think it looks like that theory is going to be proven correct, and I think that means we could go lower. So I was really hoping that that was actually something that was going on, but the longer this goes on, it's been almost 24 hours now. It doesn't look like we're going to jump back up or get that relief candle. So it is pretty frustrating. It seems like no matter how low we go, people keep saying it's going to go lower. If we go down to 4,000, people are going to say 3,000. If we go down to 3,000, people are going to say 2,000. Who knows how far we're going to go? But one thing I want you guys to keep in mind is that this is not the worst crash that Bitcoin has gone through. So found this little chart here with an article talking about how long is this crypto winter, putting the Bitcoin crash into perspective. It put the 12 main Bitcoin crashes. Some of them just lasted a couple days. It ranging anywhere from 30% all the way up to 87%, which was the worst crash. So that would have been from November 30th of 2013 to January 14th of 2015. So basically about a year and a half, and that was the worst crash that we ever had. That was actually a 411-day correction. That had to do, of course, with Mt. Gox and the complete crumbling of the cryptocurrency system that we had at the time. And as we've talked about before, during a lot of those crashes, the question was, will Bitcoin survive? Obviously, now we believe it is going to survive, so we don't have that going. So it ranks all the crashes, or it shows them chronologically here, with the number of days that they lasted and how long they dropped. So there was actually an 83% drop from April 10th, 2013 to April 12th. So it dropped 83% in only 3 days. So that was like a real flash crash. Then, of course, we also have the 411-day crash here for 87%. Several in the 30 to 60% range. Right now, we're in a 70% correction, and it has been about 6 months. I don't think it's going to go much longer than this. I think even if we do hit bottom, I think even if it does go lower, I think that bottom will be coming in soon, in the next 30 days probably. Hopefully we've already hit it. Maybe not. It does feel like now probably going to about 54 to 5,600. I'm crossing my fingers it doesn't happen. But I've been buying it all the way down. All the way down, I've been buying new cryptocurrency, fresh crypto, if you will, in anticipation for whenever we go up. Some people say, you want to wait for the bottom, but actually, people say, and I can't remember where I read this in an article, that people who wait for the exact bottom always miss it because you don't know when it's the bottom. So you're always waiting for another bottom, and then once it rises, you kind of expect it to fall again. So that's why I just buy all the way down. I'm not a technical analyst, and I also know that this is a very volatile market, and who knows, we could have some kind of huge news tomorrow, bigger than any news we've had before. I don't know, maybe a country collapse, and they say they're going to switch to cryptocurrency, whatever it might be. We're always one day away from something like that happening, in my mind. So maybe it's going to be the fall of Deutsche Bank, which is probably coming, that could spur on the next bullish run. But I just like to buy because here's the truth, guys. 1 Bitcoin equals 1 Bitcoin. That's the truth. So it doesn't matter what price you're buying it at, you still have 1 Bitcoin. So that also applies to other cryptocurrencies. So what I'm doing on this dip is I'm just trying to accumulate. I'm accumulating all the way down. Yes, would it have been better if I sat and waited for the bottom? Yes, but no one knows where that is. So that's my personal thoughts on it. I think that what you take away from this is that we are in a regular Bitcoin cycle. It is one of the worst crashes, but of course it was the biggest, one of the biggest gains we've seen also, so it seems like it will probably even out. So back to the markets. The market right now is at 235 billion. We could be on the way down below 200 million. That would be probably 150 million to 200 million. I think would probably be as low as it could get. But you know, who really knows? Bitcoin dominance continuing to rise, so that is not good for altcoins. Obviously, biggest winners of the day. There's not many of them. Some you probably heard of, Ethos and Loom Network are both up, but you know everything's up just slightly. Monaco up 5%. Biggest losers of the day, everything in kind of that 5 to 12% range for the most part, 5 to 11% range. Some a little bit more. No reason to even spend any time on it because you guys know it's just falling because of Bitcoin. So let's look at this story. It's very interesting. Coming out of India, as you guys know, I'm very bullish on India. I think that could be where crypto is absolutely going to explode when some of the regulation comes in there. But interestingly enough, something I did not anticipate, which is females are investing twice as much on cryptocurrency than males. So interestingly enough, the average woman in Bangalore, India, which is the Silicon Valley of India, is spending $3,000 on cryptocurrency. So very interesting to see that. I mean, just imagine where the market would be if women were to be as interested in cryptocurrency as men are. I can tell you on my YouTube videos, 99% of my watchers are males. Definitely do have some women that do watch our videos, have some that make comments. We see you guys. Appreciate you guys being part of our community. But in general, 99%. I literally have seen the statistics. I would like that number to certainly go down so we can get more of an equal footing in crypto. So I would like to see this trend not only continue in India, but actually move further out to other countries such as the United States. That would be great for crypto. So in altcoin news, we have Request Network. Now, not only can you receive Ethereum payments, you can receive ERC20 cryptocurrency payments. It's now supported by both WooCommerce and Shopify. So if you don't know about Request Network, it is basically a payment gateway. They are in the business of trying to make it easier for you to spend your cryptocurrency, which is unbelievably awesome. I think Request Network is a very awesome project. I've looked into it in the past, and I would say that they are really kind of revolutionizing the way that people are accepting cryptocurrency all over the internet, and hats off to them for now expanding that to ERC20s. So just a quick update here on Oyster. Oyster has released a new update talking about they have switched CEOs. Their old CEO was actually, who still is involved in the project, but he was anonymous. So he has stepped down to make way for William Cordes. We actually talked about this on another video. But one thing I wanted to talk about in this update, which is a source of frustration for the community. So a point of frustration for the Oyster community is the limited availability of the platform's token, PRL. At the time of writing, only a handful of exchanges list PRL pairs: KuCoin, Cryptopia, IDEX, Ether Delta, and Coin Exchange. Out of all those, honestly, KuCoin is the one that I would trust the most on that list. But Oyster seems to be a great project. They did have a little bit of a bumpy ride getting their mainnet off the ground. But as I talked about in another video, I would rather a company take their time and fix all the bugs that they're releasing than strictly stick to a roadmap if it's going to cause problems down the road. So I'm glad they got it right. I think probably most people would rather them do that. Hopefully some bigger exchanges will start taking notice and will go ahead and list Oyster. That will really help the community out. So Stratis. Stratis is a project that is basically makes it easy for developers to develop on their platform. They released their sidechains alpha. They've also launched an academy to help coders and developers with the project. So you might be wondering what a sidechain is. Sidechains provide a means to quickly provision, sandbox, and deploy a bespoke blockchain tailored to specific enterprise processes. The long and the short of it is sidechains help with the scalability because they can scale out and they take away some of the processing from the main chain. So Stratis is also working to pump out ICOs on their platform. So hopefully these sidechains in this academy will help with that. So VeChain. The VeChain Thor mainnet goes live on June 30th. I'll be honest with you guys, I'm very excited about this one. I believe that this one is going to blow away EOS and Tron, which Tron's didn't really go that bad, but EOS did. And really what this article is talking about is that with this mainnet launch, with a great mainnet launch comes great responsibility, right? You want to have your mainnet launch go very smoothly. If you don't, then you have a real opportunity for interest to die down and the project to tank. So with the EOS mainnet, it actually posed more questions than were answered with the mainnet. And while Bitcoin has been down, we've seen a lot of projects dropping. There has been a lot of questioning of EOS and how legit this project is. So VeChain wants to be very careful when they're doing this and make sure everything goes smoothly. They believe that they've already contracted enough people to look into bugs, and hopefully they are not going to have any bugs with the launch, but it's still, of course, yet to be seen because it hasn't actually launched. So in this article, it also kind of talks about how, you know, maybe this will buck the trend of the downward action it's been on, but it probably won't. We all know that really Bitcoin is right now the predictor of the future. So if Bitcoin is down, VeChain's going to go down, no matter how well the mainnet launches. But eventually we will get to a decoupling point, in my mind, where the altcoins are not driven by Bitcoin. There will be probably always some kind of relationship. But we've already seen with Binance Coin, Ontology, a few other exchange coins and tokens, that there are some that are already starting to make that move. So I don't know if VeChain can be one of them in the short term, but long term, I definitely think it will be. I have much more confidence in VeChain than I have in Tron or in EOS, as I have mentioned, and I've also had that for quite a while, not necessarily just because of the latest news on EOS. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to become a subscriber. That makes you part of the Bit Squad. All you got to do is click the subscribe button, smash the like button for us, watch out for our contest details, giving away $500 in Bitcoin. Got to be a subscriber to win. Until next time, that was your daily crypto news.